And of course, my special guest today, Crystal Gayle, is here making some Greek cuisine, and we're going to start with the, I'm just going to call them meatballs because I can't say it in Greek. Now, this is an interesting recipe because you can use several kinds of meat.
You can use the lamb is what we're going to use today, but turkey, ground turkey, ground beef. I think you could use about anything that's ground. If you really like that and want to make it into the recipe, I went to turkey because some people would need the more of the red meat. So, but I love the lamb.
We've got the lamb for you here today. Now, should I stand back because you're telling me you're the messiest cook on earth?
It looks so pretty here, and I'm going to change all that.
In one fell swoop.
Well, I wash my hands. That's one thing you need to do.
Here.
And I will say I do have polish on, but at home I would take it off. When I'm really cooking.
Yeah.
So if you get a little red flake in there, just overlook it.
Yeah, that's why doing this show is so strange for me because historically I always wear nail polish, but for this show I don't, and I feel naked.
Well, I just it's hard for me to take it off.
We're girls all the way through
makeup and all that.
So we have a pound of lamb, and what do we add to that?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and put the eggs in, unless you want to put the eggs in.
I would be glad to put them in for you.
But we're going to start that. But we also have onion and parsley we're going to chop. So I'm going to let you chop some stuff. Which would you rather?
I would be glad to chop some.
Would you like to chop the onions, or I can go ahead and do that?
Which one are you the worst at?
Either one. I just, what I have, and it's great in the kitchen, is a tiny little mini chopper.
Oh, is that the one that you bang on?
It's the little one, and that way you can have that, but I have the one you turn. And for some recipes, you don't want your onions quite that chopped, but this would be fine for that. But I'm doing this.
I put both eggs in. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll chop parsley. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the whatever that is. Hey, how much parsley do I need, Crystal? Is that too much?
Let's do with that. That's good.
And you want it chopped really, really fine?
Yeah, if you can get it a little smaller.
A little smaller than that.
Yeah.
Now, you were saying during the break that I interrupted you. You said the other day.
No, it's called, you were wondering why I don't chop real good, but I am left-handed. I do realize that's against me.
Would you have to have a special knife to be able to chop well left-handed?
This one's actually good. I like this knife here. I think I've found one I like here. Well, this one just seems like it's really
sharp.
Yeah. I could really cut my finger on this one.
Do you know something? Every morning I come in, first thing I do is sharpen these knives myself.
Oh, really?
They're extremely dangerous. Nobody messes with me around here because I'm the one with the sharp knives, Crystal.
Well, I did cut my finger the other day cutting the onion, where I usually would have this little finger out. I put it here, and I almost had a little problem with that one. But
should I call the paramedics?
Yeah, maybe.
Standing by in the hallway for you.
And I did take my rings off. I was going to have like surprise meatballs, ring in there.
Hey, I would like to find one of your rings in the meatball.
And well, we might have had a dentist appointment, but you would have also had you wouldn't have cared.
All right, now does that look like it's good for you?
That looks great.
Ta-da!
That looks great. And you can put it.
You want the whole thing in there?
Yeah, just put it in there.
And let's see, would that be about maybe 2 tablespoons, you think?
Yeah, and a lot of, when you cook, recipes are for you. You might not like it. You might not even want to put it in.
Right.
Somebody might want more in. So really when you cook, you just do it. If you don't like it the first time, then you decide what you want to leave out.
Right. And to me, that's why cooking is so much fun, because it's a real creative process. And that's why I find so many music people are great cooks, because their creativity spills right over into the kitchen. And with you, spill is literal, right?
Yes, yes. I know. I don't clean up until it's time.
Oh, boy.
My husband cleans up as he goes.
Poor Bill. Poor Bill.
But, that's just me. I can't help it.
Okay, folks, we are going to go to Blake Shelton singing a hilarious new song called Some Beach. Listen. Blake Shelton, he's one of the funniest people I have ever met. Just a conversation with him is a laugh a minute. There's something wrong with him, and I say that with love.
We're going to get the bread ready. We soak bread.
Oh, okay. Now, this is my question for you. When you say soak bread, what kind of bread, how much water, how long do you soak it?
Well, it's enough to have it absorb.
Should I turn it over?
Yeah, turn that over. And the bottom definitely is ready to, and you just sort of squish it out.
Is it supposed to look like this?
Yeah, yeah.
And what kind of, is this just regular white bread?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not sourdough or anything, is it?
No, that's not sourdough. And you wouldn't want to use sourdough.
Okay, help me here. Do you squeeze it?
Yeah, squeeze some of it. Yeah, sorry.
This is the
like I said, I have to
thing I have. And how much of the water do we want out of it?
Well, just get it, it won't, just go ahead and put, squeeze as much, and then we'll.
Okay.
So. And then just.
Is it supposed to not feel gooey?
No, it'll feel gooey.
Okay. Now take a look at this. Is that good enough? Or you want more?
That's good. Just put it in there.
Okay. As long as it's kind of mushy.
Yeah.
And this, you know what? This bottom one is not quite done yet. I'm going to let these soak just for a minute. We'll take a break and be back.
Okay.
This is weird. I don't know why this is so funny to me. I feel like a little kid and I'm playing with worms. All right, 2 more pieces of the soaked bread. Is that good for you?
Yes.
And believe it or not, this is not even the messiest part of the recipe. Crystal gets to do that.
And I'm going to let you figure out how this works.
Oh, okay. Salt.
Oh, no.
Salt.
I thought it was the pepper.
You know, this fools everybody because the pepper comes out the bottom and the salt comes out the top.
They look the same.
And I have people doing this going, Lorianne, it's broken.
I was doing that.
I need to get them the same. I actually do.
But,
you want a little bit of salt in here?
Just go ahead.
Tell me when.
That's good for right now. Now, this is the good part. You get your hand down in there.
You can't be afraid when you cook with Crystal.
No, you can't be afraid. This is, you know, and a lot of times, you know, I will use like 2 pounds, and it's a lot, but it takes a lot longer to, you know, prepare. So this is just
my goodness. You know, seriously, you have to have a lot of muscles in your hands if you make this a lot.
I took, you know, that's why I took the rings off.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. This is not a ring kind of recipe.
No.
Now, do you want to get this thoroughly mixed? Should everything really be combined, or does it even matter?
Well, you know, you want to get it to combine everything. Just mix it, and that's what we're doing. And, you know, you can tell, I'm going to have one more piece of bread, but I'm going to have it.
I'll do it for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really get that water out.
Really get the water out. All right.
And sometimes, if you don't have bread, you can use the crackers, saltine.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes I mix them. You know, it just depends on what's in the house, and that's what you do. You have to.
All right. I'm trying my best.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep squeezing, and here's Toby Keith. I'll be back, I think. That's hard to get that. Well, we're not cooking American today, as Toby Keith was singing about with the soldiers. We are cooking Greek.
Yes.
These are some Greek meatballs. Add a little more salt?
Yeah.
Tell me when.
A little tiny. Yes, probably. Yes. A little more pepper.
A little more pepper. Oh, sorry about that. A little pepper.
I said I'm too messy.
She can't touch anything. It's so greasy.
I've already touched it, haven't I? I wash my hands when I cook so many times.
I'm so glad you warned me about you being messy in the kitchen.
I just, you know, I'm a messy cook.
That's okay. It's fun. More?
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. Okay. Now we need a plate. Oh, we could use this. This is probably fine.
Yeah, you can go right there.
But we need the flour.
Here's the plate. And there's your flour.
My hands are still a little messy, but that's all right.
Now, you know what? Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll show you how we make the meatballs.
Yes,
is that correct?
That's right.
Okay, quick break, and we'll be back. Do you need a bigger plate?
Lift it off.
Yes, indeed. Back on Celebrity Kitchen with Crystal Gayle. We have a very hot pan, and we're wondering, is it okay to go ahead and pour the olive oil in there? What do you think?
We'll probably have a little crackle. We might want to stand back.
All right, stand back.
Or should I move my pictures?
Oh, my gosh, the babies. Bill.
Just, you know, Bill, you can come and get them.
You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to, but just we don't want oil all over the... Thank you. That's Grandpa there.
Yeah, that was the grandma I met.
You two are the youngest grandparents I have ever seen in my life.
Oh, you're sweet to say.
All right, olive oil, and how much would you like in the pan?
Just pour.
Just pour.
It's got to, you know, be in there enough.
It has to cover the bottom.
It did good. It didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's good.